Today we're going to look at the setting procedure for the MedCenter Take Your Pills Talking Alarm Clock, which is used to help aid you in medication compliance by reminding you to take your pills throughout the day. The first step in this is to remove the battery tab, which was in place during shipping. That will engage the batteries, and now we'll see the time on here. Now it defaults to midnight on the 1st, so we're going to have to go through and set all of that. Everything is done right here for the time setting. You first move the tab over to the time set. Nothing changes on the front of the clock until we hit the Set Advance button. This enters the setting mode. We press it one time.
Hour set 12 a.m.
And you'll see the hour start to flash. Now what we'll use is the plus and minus buttons to work our way through the time. I'm gonna find my finger on the plus and look over to the other side so you can visually see it while you hear the clock talk about the advancement. Press the plus one time, it will move to the next hour.
1 a.m. 2 a.m.
We are gonna set this clock for 8:25 p.m. So to get all the way over to the PMs, we can either advance through
4, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 1 p.m.
until it moves across, or we could have used the minus button.
2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 p.m.
Now I went past 8, so we can use the minus button
8 p.m.
to bring it back to the time we need. Now once we want to go to the minutes, we'll use the green button again.
Minute set 01.
And it advances to the next step. Now you can hold the button down too. We're going to go to 25, so I'm going to hold the button down and you can see that it will advance quickly. There it goes.
18, 9, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 25.
So we've got it at 8:25. Hit the green button one more time.
Month set January.
Now, the date is important because of the day of the week. This runs on a perpetual calendar, so we're going to switch it through to November 2nd.
February, March, May, June, August, September, October, November.
Okay, and we'll advance.
Date set 1st.
And we want the 2nd.
2nd.
Now we'll advance.
Year set 2010.
Now it shows the year next instead of the day of the week. This is because the clock has that perpetual calendar I discussed. It determines what day of the week it is based on the calendar year, and it does factor in leap years. So once we advance through to year 2023,
2011, 2012, 2013.
we'll keep moving until it says Y23.
2023. Hour set 8 p.m.
Now it returns back to the hour, and it does have the correct day of the week at Thursday due to that perpetual calendar. Now to end the set mode, we move it back to lock run. And now you're good to go. It shows it, and you can use the talk button on the top to speak the current time.
Good evening. The time is 8:26 p.m. Thursday, November 2nd.
All right, now all of that, the audible cue and the visual cue, should line you up with your medication so that you know when it is time to take your pills. But the next step, which is the most important part, is setting your alarms. Now, just like we went to the time set, we need to move over to the alarm set function to change all of that. But let's take a look at what the default alarms are when the first clock is powered on when you initially purchase it. All 4 alarms are set and on, as you can see with those 4 bells on the front. If you decide to turn all the alarms off, move it over and they will all disappear. So we're going to switch it back to voice so that we can visually see all of the alarms here. And if we press the alarm check button, it will roll through what we have.
Morning alarm 9 a.m. on. Afternoon alarm 1 p.m. on. Evening alarm 6 p.m. on. Night alarm 10 p.m. on.
So we move the alarm set and nothing changes again until we hit the Set Advance button. We have chosen alarm 1, so that's the one we're going to be working with.
Morning alarm
Now visually it shows that this one is set at 9. We're going to change that to 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
And now we just switch back to lock run.
Morning alarm 10 a.m. on.
And it's correct. Now if we want to toggle that alarm off, what we do is go back to the alarm set.
Morning alarm hour set 10 a.m.
The next one is the minute.
Morning alarm minute set 00.
If we want to change that to 10:30,
06.
again, we can hold that button down to advance quickly.
30.
Now, if we hit advance again,
Morning alarm on.
it says morning alarm on. This is the step a lot of people miss if they want to turn an alarm off or need to turn it back on again. If we hit plus,
Off. On. Off. On. Off.
so we're going to leave it off, switch it back to lock run, and now that bell will go away for the first alarm. Now, if we want to change the third alarm, we move the tab over to the third tab so that it is on alarm select 3, alarm set.
Evening alarm hour set 6 p.m.
Now, if we want to turn this one off, we'll advance through to the toggle alarm on and off.
Evening alarm minute set 00.
Okay, we'll move.
Evening alarm on.
So then we change it to off
Off.
and back to lock run. Now on the front, we only have the bells for 2 and 4. And if we go through the alarm check, it will show which ones are on and what all of the times are now set at.
Afternoon alarm 1 p.m. on. Evening alarm 6 p.m. off. Night alarm 10 p.m. on. Morning alarm 10:30 a.m. off.
And that's the setting procedure. If you want to change this from voice to beep for your alarms, you just move that toggle switch over. If you want a louder volume so that you can hear it throughout your house, you'll just move it over to extra loud. We'll keep it on voice for this, and we are good to go.